Are you ready for a new operation?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Do you require support?
No, I'm a big boy. Thank you very much. Hello, you flying fuck.
What the fuck do you think you're doing on? I'm here.
I am...
Violence against Albion Road. Control to all units. Possible hostiles near your location. Responding to the call. Over.
Bystander hit. I say again, bystander has been hit.
Auto drive now enabled.
Control, this driver is causing fucking mayhem. Suspect crossed the checkpoint.
Auto drive now enabled.
Target. Over.
Auto drive now disabled.
Just about there.
Down! Straight ahead! Be advised, we are on the trail. Suspect is unsighted. Unsighted sweeping area. Preparing to intercept vehicle. Control, we are pursuing the suspect. Over. Proceed, we're going to ram the target. Ready to ram the vehicle. Over. Brace for impact.
Control, we have a visual on the suspect.
Units, prepare to stop the vehicle. Immobilize that vehicle. Control, we are pursuing the suspect. Control, target has abandoned the vehicle.
This is
Moving to HQ. Search terminated.
I hate putting Mary Kelly on the back burner while she continues to destroy lives with those microchips, but for now, we've no choice.
Then perhaps it's time to have a closer look at the elephant in the room. Nigel Cass, billionaire warmonger and current CEO of our local horde of thugs, Albion BMC.
Cass certainly profited most from the bombings. We can inspire London to resist from now till forever, but it still won't break Albion's grip on the city. Not with Cass at the top.
I suppose you're suggesting we take down the man in charge of the PMC that has locked down the entire city. An appealing notion, but how do we possibly begin?
Bagley's come across a possible gap in Cass's armor. An ex-insider, ex-friend with an axe to grind. He'd be an asset if we could find and convince him to work with us. Come to the safe house. We'll talk it through.
How are you doing? I hope you don't mind me getting situated in your safe house. Crime marches on, and so will I. There are still cases that need to be closed, if you'll help me.
Of course. Easy peasy.
Excellent. I uploaded a case to Bagley. He can brief you on it.
Right, let's talk about Albion PMC, the only British organisation to successfully oppress more of the developing world than the British government. Led by Nigel Cass, a man the partisan media calls a charismatic visionary, and Amnesty International calls a war criminal. Albion was given the key to the city to re-establish order following the bombings.
The timing of that is rather convenient.
It is. So that's two reasons why we need to find an angle on Cass.
We've found one. His name, Hamish Balaji. Born in London, Balaji was a recipient of the Cass Foundation Technical Scholarship at 14, which included a mentorship with Cass himself. At 16, Balaji designed Cass's first drone fleet. Fun fact, Cass delayed the launch by a week so it would land on Balaji's birthday.
Cass sounds like Balaji's second dad. Why would he help us?
They had a falling out after an incident in the Niger Delta 3 years ago. A buried human rights investigation accuses Cass of ordering a drone fleet to wipe out a village protesting the construction of a pipeline, but the drones malfunctioned before they could. Balaji is named as the likely saboteur. He's been on the run ever since, but now tracking data shows he's reappeared in London.
Shit, he's looking for redemption like with the protesters. This guy designed Cass's drone fleet. I think he's trying to disarm Albion.
He covers his tracks well, but that's a good guess. Unfortunately, according to this Albion intelligence report intercepted by our friend Caitlin Lau, Cass knows Balaji's in London as well. So, that's the op. Make contact with Balaji before Albion finds him. Then convince him we have a mutual enemy in Cass.
So this guy's our best chance to stop Albion and clear our names. And the largest private army on Earth wants him dead. No pressure.
Can Kelly's been sending a ton of crypto to an unknown party in Cairo. Something to do with Kronos X.
That's that new drug, right? Heard the name, not much else.
It's a highly addictive psychotropic with a staggeringly high fatality rate that stands to make Clan Kelly a lot of money.
Yes, and the body count will be staggering.
Well, the phrase Finsbury New Project keeps popping up in their comms, if you'd like to take a look into it. It took some doing, but I've narrowed down the area where we're most likely to find Hamish Balaji. I've pushed the coordinates to your optic.
Tunnel of burning and to give the concept of hope. Quite possibly. Is it the soul of Sky Larson imploding?
Facts and figures are trivial. Humans are self-aware.
Is it the ego of Nigel Cass that is now so big that it sucks all the life in the universe
into itself? I think that is most likely is that, but we'll never give up, Bug fans. This resistance will. Will never die. And one day we will again be free. Free from these technological chains, free to choose our own futures, free to live our own lives, free to waste our time watching people bake cakes and dance badly again. Those were the days. Over and out. Before we go, time for a quick bug off. I'm going to nominate this week Sky Larson here at the Bug. We are all in favour of strong, powerful women. And in many ways, Sky is the ultimate feminist icon, proving that women can do just as abominably awful things to this planet as men. I mean, overall, Alex, I think we're still ahead as men, but you lot are catching up. Fair play. Fair play to you. You are listening to The Bug.
Every year, same old news. Exam results up, but opportunities down. Well, here at Ixotec, we believe in rewarding hard work. Entry-level positions, apprenticeships, and conversion courses, we can give you the start in life you've been looking for. Because at Ixotec, we don't just build homes, factories, and offices. We build careers.
Nibbling away on the rotting carcass of a once-free Britain.
Yum, yum.
Hello, folks. This is The Bug. I'm Andy. This is Alison. Today we're going to be pretending that everything is fine. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, that was fun, wasn't it? That was as long as I could manage. A second and a half. Reality time now, however. And, well, finally, today, we're going to road test the latest...
Balaji has been snooping into Albion's affairs. Quietly, of course. But I've been able to determine that most of his activity stems from this area.
Let's pop in and say hello, shall we?
Not so fast. Hamish isn't in. According to his home security, and before you get ideas, he's rigged his front door to a series of traps designed to delete all of his data and then your life. Not necessarily in that order.
Can you say paranoid?
To be fair, you are an armed insurgent trying to break into his flat. Anyway, you should be able to connect to the local grid and use security cameras to disarm his traps.
Got it.
I believe the main interface is on the rooftop.
Those windows up there, are they a good option?
Sure, if you can get there. 3 options here. 1, use the window washing platform. 2, find a cargo drone. 3, give up, go home, and resolve to be a better person.
Of course. Easy peasy.
Why, what? Nah. I know about your surrender.
Hello. Someone else sloughed off work, and now it's your turn.
Right, on it.
Possible suspect or suspects reported near your location. Moving to the hostiles' location. Over.
Need a hand? Target's lost.
No sign of the target. Over.
Any luck yet? Drone, enter search protocol. Fucker could be anywhere.
Oh no!
Terminating pursuit and coming back.
Move from me!
All units. I repeat, all units. We have reports of a hostile in your area.
Approaching
Over.
with caution. Over.
Are you blind?
London is now under the protection of our disobeying.
I had them. Where did they go?
Oh, people are trying my patience. Easy does it now. Easy.
That's it. I'm calling off the pursuit.
No, rascal.
I'm on your
So what's
side
good?
here. Just
I
relax.
don't need your bloody help. You're all wind and piss. Here. Yeah.
traps is fucking right, Bagley. No exaggeration there.
You could force the traps to unlock by rewiring the power.
On it.
Welcome to Clear and Present Danger, and welcome to Fascist London. Don't let that boot on the back of your neck disturb you. In time, you'll barely feel it. We have to wake up people. If there was a playbook for setting up a totalitarian police state, Albion would be most of the way through it and working on the epilogue. They certainly took advantage of the fallout from the bombings, didn't they? Preyed on the fears of the city government too. They were only too happy to hand Nigel Cass the keys to the city. Wash their hands to the whole mess. The collar will only get tighter now, friends, unless we do something. We can't wait for someone else to fight back. We are the change.
The traps are disarmed. Now, if you go through the front door of the flat, it's much less likely you'll be killed.
Move one more muscle, Chief, and I'll blow the whole place with you in it.
All right, let's take this slow, mate.
Who the fuck are you? And what are you doing in my flat? You with Albion?
Hardly. We have a more unofficial status.
What, DedSec? Yeah, right, and I'm Che Guevara. You done?
Listen. Albion knows you're in London. You're wasting your time arguing with me.
Fuck me. You're telling the truth, aren't you? Fucking hell, thought I was careful. Fucking idiot, Amish. Look, Cass is worse than you know.
Tell me something I don't know. Look, mate, what do you think I'm doing here?
Maybe, because Nigel Cass is paying you. That's how fucking mercs work.
I'm here to get your help. Cass is on our shit list too. He was behind all the bombings and he came after us.
Mate, you don't know shit. You have no idea what Cass is and what... Move! Fuck! An Albion squad's closing in on you. I guess you weren't lying about that part. Fuck, think. Shit, fine. Move table. I'll buy you some time. Just go. No!
Fucking hell.
Don't just stand there. Albion won't be fussy about who they shoot.
Fuck me.
Investigating.
Investigate.
Any sign of the target? Anyone?
Swim everything until you find him. John, begin a search.
Right, I'm putting a stop to this. Units fall back. Over.
I think all that excitement convinced our new friend Hamish that we need to work together to tackle Cass. He's willing to cooperate.
All right, Chief. That was a pretty slick escape. I believe you. So I'll say this. Nigel is planning something, and I don't think I could stop him on my own. If DedSec's everything I've heard, you'll help me.
We can help each other. There's a chance Cass had something to do with the bombings. What could he be planning that's worse than that?
No, that's not like him. Well, not exactly. See, Nigel's got to see himself as the hero. He's an arrogant twat, but he's not a cynic. Every place we go into, we would have some mad plan to fix all his problems. With robot police or automated crop fertilizing or some shit. Society was a technical problem. And people are just bugs in the software, you know? You work around them or you squash them. Sorry, Chief. I gotta switch proxy servers so they don't trace me. I'll hit you right back on voice. Listen, I've got an inside man, right? A contact in Albion. Says Nigel's got this big meeting happening at White Tower. He'll be talking about a major project he's got planned for London.
What we need is an insider on the team.
I've always wanted to be in on a caper. Okay, first things first. We'll need eyes on the impregnable target, so off you go. I'll crack on with assembling the right personnel to round out this ragtag bunch of misfits.
Ah, shit. Albion cybersecurity sniffing my proxy IP. Must have traced the detonator signal. I've got to deal with this.
And have them, shall we say, involuntarily rehoused. At Hotel Cass, the chain of hotels that was formerly known as the prison service. What was the slogan? Is it, if you see something, say something, or if you think you might at some point see something, say something, or if you haven't seen anything but don't like someone, say something anyway. Well, let's have a look at this new app, Alice. I'm sure you've got it on your phone. I mean, at first glance, with the interface is lovely. It's so neatly designed. A simple button for a snitch on someone. So much better than non-judgment. Easy, Captain Harry or Narc Shark. I mean, look, I just need to geocache where the person I'm ratting on currently is. Let's call her, for the sake of arguments, Alice.
Sorry, Andy, I was busy reporting you to the authorities for rolling your eyes when passing a Nigel Cass propaganda poster.
Could you not let me report you first, please? Let's have some decorum about this. I'll just take a quick little photo so they can get a drone to pick you up for your next riot or trip to the shops, walk in the woods. And you can input your accusations with the app. Well, let's go old school. Let's call the phone line. Let's call the phone line. Here's the number, listeners, in case you want to dob someone in, as long as it's not me. 0044 203 807 3832. And don't forget to get the permission of the person who pays your bill.
Hey, I'd like to report my co-host Andrew, who runs an underground satirical anti-government comedy show, for running and co-hosting an underground satirical anti-government comedy show. Also, he does terrible puns.
Well, excuse me, I have a suspect for you. That is my co-host, Alice. I have some evidence for you. She tutted audibly at the sight of an Albion vehicle in the street yesterday. She says she prefers pigeons to blue drones. I mean, come on, seriously, when did a drone ever crap on your picture? And what's more, and look, I've no idea if this is true or not, but I have it on very good authority, so please write this down.
Not one, but two. My fallopian tubes, I have 3. So I think it converts to about 130,000 great British pounds of the old money. It was fought back in whether or not we've been arrested and interned. I mean, I love it.
Huh? Watcher.
You lot certainly know how to pick your targets. You do know that Albion have set up their headquarters in there, right?
You got any other ideas? It's up to us to crash this big meeting Cass has got planned. If his project goes live, he's going to have all of London over a barrel.
Fucking Nigel Cass. You're right. Nothing good can come of this. Luckily, I hear loads of sob stories working in a pub. And near this place, quite a few from Albion are dissatisfied with the status quo. You turn on the charm, and I'm sure you can get one to join the good guys. Even got a candidate in mind.
Intriguing. Shoot me the details.
I'll have Bagley push it along. Good luck, love.
We're aware of an Albion employee who might be approachable.
Gonna be a piece of piss recruiting an Albion prick.
They're jackbooted thugs who regularly murder civilians. If finding a disenchanted employee is really that difficult, humanity's much worse off than I thought. It would also be quite useful to have someone on the inside.
For however long that lasts, Nigel's real good at sniffing out spies.
Personal experience speaking?
Yeah, not really in a sharing mood right now, fam.
Well, that was something I held quite dear.
I miss being able to dodge my friends' destination weddings in Italy. There's nothing worse than being asked to spend the equivalent of a motorbike on some sort of boat-based farce in Sorrento. And I always used to really enjoy saying, oh no, I can't afford it. Now they're all getting married in Brighton and I have to go to that alleged beach. It's made of rocks, Andy. If your sandcastle is an actual castle, that's not a beach.
You look like the type who might not like the current state of London.
Oh my god, are you DedSec?
Come on, be cool about it.
Brill. Well, see, I have a problem with Clan Kelly. Can you help?
Go on.
It's really quite awful. My gran rang me the other day, talking about her and her mates being robbed by some gang. I've developed a hack to recover their money, but it's useless without the key to the gang's digital wallet.
So you need DedSec to help you find the key?
Yes, if you get me the file, I'll be able to retrieve everything those gangsters took. Help me, and I'll help you back.
Right. Leave it to us.
Network traffic points to the private key being on some kind of mobile server, probably a van in one of their hideouts.
Financial systems around the world and really give power power back to the people.
Yeah, it was a real shift in the way that the world works. Let's recap the basics. So, central to cryptocurrency is the distributed ledger technology, the tech that keeps track of all transactions. And what this means is you can have a decentralized system without having to trust any one party, like old-fashioned banks.
One of the reasons why I got involved so early was that you could stay anonymous.
Yeah, the features of cryptocurrency very much fit into that early mindset. It was all about finding an alternative to centralized systems.
Whoa!
Trying to kill me!
Shove off!
Get back!
Out there in the open for anyone to see, and yet you can remain secretive.
But not everybody now wants to keep up this crypto legacy. They don't share this attitude anymore. We've seen institutions, businesses, even governments experimenting with crypto, which doesn't really fit into its original radical counterculture mold.
Yeah, it's kind of weird today to think of people not using cryptocurrency. It's so mainstream now. You know, I'm almost nostalgic for the feel of cash. Good old-fashioned paper and coins. First they changed the paper notes to plastic notes, and now it's just all digital. There's nothing to hold on to.
It was great just to be able to have a little bit of money to carry around with you.
I think the turning point in the UK really came a few years ago when the pound dropped 10% over just one season. People living off grid started using crypto, and just as everyone was losing faith in the pound, they were gaining it in cryptocurrency, which turned out to be much more stable. Kind of the opposite to what people thought in the beginning.
And then, of course, there was the recession. It didn't take long for startups to see an opportunity in this new way of doing finance. A lot of traditional money was converted to crypto.
What's that?
It was a classic startup behaviour. They just installed them everywhere. No consultation with the government, no approval or anything. But people immediately started to use them.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of how Bloom put out the Optic. They just made it free and flooded the streets with these devices. Suddenly, everyone had them.
If there's this great option of tech, people are just going to start using it, no matter the cost.
Parliament actually tried to put a stop to the cash books, but...
In case you forgot, the private key you're after is on a server in a van.
Right.
What the hell? Hey, body down!
Fuck! Look around.
You won't be hiding for long, you know.
Won't hide forever. Moving on.
I can sense him. Eyes open.
Piece of shit slipped away. Ending the search. Don't let the two.
That's the vehicle you're looking for there.
Shit! Oh! Hey, dickhead!
I've got the key, Bagley, and a very stolen van. I need a drop site fast. And have the hacker meet me there.
Got it. Pushing the location now.
That's disinformation, that's fake news. And again, we got in a situation where nobody really believed anything. And the trouble is if you were telling the truth, it's very hard to get your message to cut through all of the noise of all of the disinformation that's there. So like, you know, you remember Out on the Edges, there was this story about when they would take a house by force, they would take any infants and they would crucify them. And that's a great, fantastic, viral story. And how do you counter that story? With the truth. The only way you can counter it is by saying, no, they didn't. And of course, no one wants to spread that story. No one wants to hear that story. They want to hear the sensationalism. They want to hear how people were victims of violence when in fact they weren't. Or they were victims of insurgent forces when in fact they weren't.
The news isn't neutral, it's a battleground. Here's media researcher and academic Alfie.
The media has, of course, been perhaps the key way in which governments have controlled and influenced their populations. So, totalitarian countries have typically used huge mainstream media outlets to sell one kind of news, one kind of biased news to its population. Of course, the media has always played this kind of key role in methods of state control. I think what's happening now is perhaps even more concerning, where previously in pre-crisis Britain we had perhaps more diverse voices in the media, but now with the GBB you're really only seeing one brand of news, and therefore only getting one truth. So people end up with a very biased and controlled idea of the reality and the world that we're actually living in. It was, of course, many concerns and many problems.
Auto drive down the pavement.
That not all information was coming from one place, and so you'd have kind of far-right media outlets developing, and then left-wing media outlets developing to combat those, and kind of challenge the mainstream newspapers, TV stations, radios, and make sure people were questioning.
Hey, what's going on? I thought you were going to be here to drain the account.
Don't worry. I'm nearby getting the key over wireless. I don't want to be close enough to get caught if the Kellys show up now.
Funny you should mention that. I'm seeing multiple Clan Kelly hostiles converging on the van right now.
Oh, fucking course. Right, I'll keep them busy while you grab the crypto, all right?
On it.
That's gonna be hard.
Keep going. You haven't died yet. You made it.
Engaging hostile target.
On Earth these days, overcrowded, some might say. Joining me, as always, my next-door neighbour in these Netherlands.
Transfer complete. I'll open a channel to our hacker friend.
You kept your word. Not something you see too much anymore. I really owe you.
Just join us, will ya? We need people like you. What do you say?
Yes, yes, yes!
Here, it's coming from here. I must get a new wheel with at least one other place on it.
Having good people to fight alongside with makes this easier. Glad to have you.
Yes, I'm so ready to help out the cause.
Brilliant.
We have an Albion operative on our roster. We should let them know they're needed. Nigel Cass's meeting will begin soon. Approach the Tower of London when you're ready.
Is prone to Albion investigation. Remember to fight for this.
car, huh? Can I get an ETA?
You are getting scorma everywhere. Think your big man rolling around with your goods?
Sorry? Thought you said something with patrol vehicle. Now piss off. Ugh.
Bloody fucking hell.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm done. Hey. I've been telling you now, right? I'm gonna leave the city for how long?
If we're lucky, word hasn't spread that you've hung up your jackboots. Just try to put on your meek, harmless, broken by the system face. Oh, and don't forget your uniform. Looking sharp. Your ex-colleagues won't pay any attention to you unless you let them take a close look.
Disturbance detected. Beginning investigation. All humans must comply without
Joking. Piss off.
I cannot wait for Friday, mate. Simmons, do you know him? Anyway, no matter. He's the one who organised our team-building activity. He's rounded up a few of the prisoners they brought in a little while ago, the ones who didn't have any relatives. He figures it'll make for an easier time when we declare them missing. Right, so the fun part. He's going to release them into an open field while we get our shots in. I'll bet you a pint I can get rid of 10 before you. You're on, you slimy bastard. Listen here. I'm going to tell you something, and it's between you and me. Completely off the record, yeah? The whole thing's quite disturbing to me. They've got good reason to close off parts of the building, but at the end of the day, it's a load of bollocks. This place is a treasured part of London's history, of its culture. Great, powerful men have ruled over this fortress. The citizens of London have an obligation to it. You can't keep people out. They must visit it, breathe in its very essence, so that they too can become great. But again, this is all between you and me, mate. Carry on now.
This is some powerful stuff.
Ross, how's that even